Okay, let's bring the music on down now so that we can listen to the engines of the B-29. Torpedo bombers taxiing out. They're going to be taking off to participate in our next event, along with the FM-2 Wildcat taxiing down behind them. Those three aircraft are going to be involved in a very special tribute we'll have coming up for you in just a few minutes.
I don't know what's on the outside wing on, but in the back that was the tail bump.
Second aircraft, the black one, the FM-2 Wildcat. The Curtiss Helldiver, number 32. Here comes the B-29 in a high-speed pass. We say there's no substitute for cubic inches to develop horsepower, but the follow-on version of the B-29 was called the B-50. And it flew up through the 50s and 60s, and on that one, they put the largest reciprocating engine ever used in service, the R-4360. Headquarters said, we got to stop doing this because the ladies are making the big hero pilots look a little bad out there. So they stopped doing that, but it served a good end in the end. There's no little story, but you pilots here in the crowd that fly piston-powered airplanes and know about magneto checks, I'll tell you a story about the B-29 after it comes by in this next pass. Look to the right and get your cameras ready. Here comes FIFI, the only flying B-29 in the world. One of the things that the pilots of these airplanes starting up and running up right now, you have to check the ignition systems. You have to check the magnetos to make sure that they're operating. You have two for each cylinder, two ignition systems. So if one fails after takeoff, the engine's not going to quit. It keeps on running. This magneto is being checked at the same time. But it worked, and they were able to get the job done without overheating the engines, and so things worked out very, very well. One of those little ideas that Colonel Tibbets came up with. As I mentioned, these engines that are on board FIFI are not the ones that were on when she was new. Some of those overheating problems had to do with the ducting of the exhaust coming in and powering turbochargers, but on this one, the way the air was ducted had a lot to do with overheating the engine as well. So they modified all of these. They have different exhaust systems on it, different collector rings to get the exhaust out of there more efficiently and help keep these temperatures under control. Now, a photo pass with the B-29, kind of holding it in a slight left bank as it comes by. Put your cameras on the B-29 called FIFI. That's a good picture. When I flew the Constellations back in the 60s and 70s.
Oh yeah, they're going to be doing things. That's why all those planes took off, all the bombers took off. Everything's going to be going. Now they're going to do a formation. They're getting themselves together. Looking forward to going in.
I didn't see we found German, Russian, English, Canadian, American, no Japanese, no Italian.
Yeah, you went that way.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be flying for you this formation coming up of 3 aircraft. It's sometimes flown with 4 aircraft, and one of them in the number 3 position leaves the formation. This one is going to be flown as a 3-ship formation, 2 aircraft in close formation, and then a space for number 3, and then the number 4 aircraft.